I made this video for Kevin after finding his business on Craigslist, and I asked him to repair a circuit board from my washing machine. And it's a Neptune front loader washing machine. And I looked online for some tips as to what might be wrong because it wasn't working. It had some funky things going on. But one of these resistors was burned out. You could clearly see it, when it was burned out. So anyway, I found Kevin on Craigslist. I went to him, and boy, he really knows his stuff. He soldered. He put in some new resistors, and he said he looked through his seeing glass or whatever you call it, and these all had cracks, so he reinforced all those. And he repaired the, he repaired the trace. I'm just saying these terms like I know them, but he repaired this here. It was fun to watch him. I had a million questions, just kind of had a good time watching him do the repairs, and this was probably child's play for him, I'm sure. He also repaired a transistor for me. He was commenting on how the manufacturer always puts these too close to the circuit board and they can't dissipate heat, so this one that he replaced here is much higher off the board. So he has a keen eye, he knows his stuff. He also said this relay, I think he called it a relay, yeah, just like in a car. This relay had a problem, so he reinforced the solder on the back side of that, and it was just fun to watch him, so he knows his stuff. So I'm going to hook this back up, and the problem with my washing machine is at the end it wasn't going into the real high spin cycle, so when the washing machine got all done, I just had wet clothes, and the R11 resistor was burned out. You could clearly see it earlier, and then I didn't bring the right part for the one next to it that also had burned, so he had an extra part, and he put that in there and did a whole bunch of extra stuff that I wasn't even aware was wrong with this board. So I'm going to hook it up later and give my washing machine a test run. So here's my washing machine. Just want to show you that I got the circuit board in. So I'm ready for my first test run. I got a small load of clothes in there, and I'm going to wait to add the soap until after I make sure the water's actually running into the machine here. So let's give it a test run. I'm going to set it on the really light setting and close the door. Let's see what she does. Alright, that's a good sign. Put the soap in, and we'll just wait for it to run its cycles. And remember, the biggest problem with this machine was the final high RPM spin cycle. And that's what I'll check back on. I have 3 rinses to go through. So first rinse sounds really good. The water's pumping out. And now I hear it's emptied, and it should start its first spin. So here's its first high RPM spin cycle. It doesn't go into the ultra high one until the last cycle, I'm pretty sure, but boy, it's spinning really fast now, and it didn't used to do this when the board was broken. So this is a great sign. Its first moderately high spin is done. I heard it click, and now it should pump in the water for the second rinse. Bam! Looks good. Looks good so far. Yep, there's where the softener would go. Perfect. This is looking real good. Really good. Okay, we'll check back for the final high RPM spin. There it goes. Final extract. And when the circuit board was broken, this is where it stalled out. Okay, there, the tub is empty now. And it would just do these slow, lazy spins, and it would never go into the high RPM spin cycle at the end, and that's why my clothes came out sopping wet, and I had to wring them out. So there she's starting to spin now a little bit. There she goes. There she goes. She's rocking now. Really high RPM. Yes! Oh yeah, that is music to my ears. There she's flying now. Oh, I guess it does another high-speed spin. Here it goes. You can hear the jet engine taking off. I think this one's going to be faster than the last one. Oh yeah, yep, this one's definitely faster. Oh, this is great. I forgot about this one. Much longer, much faster. Love it. Still a high spin. That's great. This machine is fixed. Kevin, you the man. There it went. Sweet. Which seemed like forever. There it goes. That is great. I am very happy. And there's a towel, just barely damp like it's supposed to be. This thing is fixed. Awesome. Thank you, Kevin.